Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with the unboxing of the OPPO Find X9 Pro. It's that time of the year when we're getting in Europe the brand new handset from OPPO. And this time it's a flagship filled to the brim with optical technology. So we have OPPO, we have Hasselblad, we also have something called Lumo and a lot of expectations from this device. Particularly because we in Europe don't get very often handsets with a 7000 mAh battery as it happens here. So let's get straight to the unboxing. The price tag of the phone should be around 1000 euros or 1200, and we're getting here the white version with a brand new camera module. In spite of the fact this is an unboxing, I'm going to tell you a lot about the phone, so much so you'll feel that you're sort of watching a review. Okay, so we're dealing here with a phone which comes with a 6.78-inch AMOLED screen with the narrowest bezels on the market, and it's our inauguration of the MediaTek Dimensity 9500 processor, supposed to be the rival of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, and a huge 7500 mAh battery, silicon carbon of course. Sadly, in the box we don't have a charger, but there should be bundles or special offers for it. As I said before, one of the narrowest bezels on the market, 1.15 millimeters, and a potent back camera, including a brand new state-of-the-art telephoto Periscope 200 megapixel shooter. Now in the box we have this, the novelty that you're getting aside from the phone. They launched a new tablet, they launched new headphones and a new watch. Here we have the motto, make your moment. And here we have the key used to access the slot, nano SIM only, there's no micro SD, a quick start guide, as well as the safety guide. And then we come across the cable going from USB-C to USB-A, which hooks up to a charger, preferably with Super VOOC for faster charge. And here we have this little dongle, an adapter which lets you transfer your data from the old phone to the new. Okay, so now let's get straight to it and talk about the design and other things like that. So when I say design, I'm talking about the OPPO Find X9 Pro with a refined and modern design and flat frame, flat facade, flat frame, flat backside of course, aside from the camera module. It measures 8.25 millimeters in thickness and it's thought for comfort. It's a bit heavier at around 200 grams or maybe even more. And the camera module is at the top left corner, perfectly aligned with the frame. As you can see, they look very similar, the edge of the module and the frame itself. We also have new keys, so we have the power button here, the volume buttons, and we also have this extra key here, which if you press it, it memorizes objects on the screen, or I would say puts them in a special mind space and processes them. That's the AI key. There's an extra key here. This one is obviously for the camera. Double press it and you're triggering the camera itself. It responds to 0.3 millimeter movements, so that's pretty cool. The phone is very resilient, IP66, IP68, IP69, which is perfectly protected for dust, sinking in water, and even water jets. It's available in silk white, titanium charcoal, and it includes metal for the frame, glass at the back, and glass at the front side. Now, for those of you wondering, this metal is aluminum, not titanium, not stainless steel. Now, the screen we have here is, I would say, pretty impressive. On account of the fact it's a flat AMOLED 6.78 inches with a large resolution. It's 2772 over 1272 and an adaptive refresh rate courtesy of the, LTPO panel. It goes up to 120 Hz, up to 3600 nits of brightness, which is brighter than my own iPhone 17 Pro Max. Of course, Dolby Vision certified, HDR10+, HDR Vivid, and inside it we have a special 3D ultrasonic scanner, which is supposed to be faster than the predecessor. Now, I'm actually excited to show you what's inside. We have a brand new processor. It's the MediaTek Dimensity 9500. It's built on a TSMC 3 nanometer process, 4.21 GHz. It's supposed to be the rival of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, the brand new CPU from Qualcomm. And it's accompanied by 16 gigs of the LPDDR5X RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. So, as I said before, pretty high performing. And its NPU of the chip is up to 111% faster than before. Also, OPPO implemented something here called the Trinity Engine, which allocates resources better and makes the device feel a bit more snappy compared to its predecessors. You can also see the resources here, the Dimensity CPU, and you can also add extra RAM from here, taken from the storage. Now, the kicker is the brand new battery. Before I get to the battery, I should probably mention that the storage is UFS 4.1. Now, back to the battery. So, it's a 7500 mAh unit, silicon carbon when it comes to that, and it charges pretty fast via USB-C. 80 watts Super VOOC, and it also supports to charge at 50 watts AirVOOC wireless and provides 10 watts reverse wireless charging. As far as the acoustics are concerned, the handset is pretty well spec'd at that. So it comes with 4 microphones and a sound focus feature, which highlights the voice and eliminates ambiental noise. It also has the stereo setup, so this is the bottom speaker, and we also have the earpiece here at the top to complement it. Now, on the connectivity side of things, the phone is once again spec'd properly with 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6.0, NFC, USB 3.2 Gen 1, and also device connect from here. You can interconnect yourself to a Mac, Windows PC, tablet, Android Auto, and TV. I like this organization here of the device connection. You can also share with iPhone or PC. You also have NFC, obviously, and of course, dual SIM, GPS dual band, and AI link boost. There's a proprietary RF chip inside the phone, which also collaborates with 360 degrees antenna in order to keep the device interconnected. In the subway, while riding on an elevator and more. You can see antenna cutouts here, at the top side, on this side, and at the bottom, so we have antennas everywhere around the phone. Now, finally, I think we can discuss the cameras because there's a lot to talk about here. So, let's get to it. So, when it comes to the selfie camera, let's see what we got here. We start off with a 50 megapixel front camera with autofocus and filming in 4K 60 frames per second. Now, the photo system of the OPPO Find X9 Pro is co-developed with Hasselblad. It integrates 3 main cameras at the backside, and here you can actually see the H logo from Hasselblad. So, aside from the 3 main cameras, 50 megapixel main camera, 200 megapixel telephoto, and the ultra wide one, we also have a laser focus mechanism, and we also have a dedicated color analysis mechanism. So it's a complete setup. Once again, the main camera is 50 megapixels, Sony Lithia 828, f1.5 aperture, optical image stabilization, multi-directional PDAF. So that's pretty impressive. It can fast track subjects in motion no matter the direction is. The sensor also benefits from the technology real-time triple exposure, which combines 3 simultaneous exposure for a wider dynamic range of 17 stops, comparable to photo cameras, to professional photo cameras. Here you can find the star of the show, the brand new telephoto 200 megapixel camera with a Samsung ISOCELL HP5 sensor. It's a periscope lens. It offers a real 3x optical zoom, but you can actually do the equivalent of up to 6x optical zoom via combined shots at raw resolution. We're working here with this is the focal length, so you start off a 50mm for the ultra wide, 23mm focal length for the 1x, 47mm, 70mm, and up to 140mm with this one. Once again, a pretty high level 200 megapixel telephoto camera. I should also mention that the 6x is achieved with intelligent crop from the full resolution of the sensor, the full 200 megapixels. You can take 6x shots like this one at 50 megapixels. Okay, other things worth mentioning here is a system called floating focus for macros, which are clear at 10 centimeters. And you can also get lossless zoom even at around something like 13x, which is pretty amazing. Even at 13.2x, you're promised lossless zoom. Pretty cool, right? Okay, and you can go up to 120x thanks to AI. The camera has been calibrated pixel by pixel in the labs of Hasselblad. Hasselblad is a Swedish company. They put a camera on the moon when the man landed on the moon, and that's one of their highest achievements. Now I feel that we should get back to the camera. So aside from the main camera, 50 megapixel, 200 megapixel telephoto, we also have an ultra wide camera, which is a 50 megapixel shooter, 120 degrees with a Samsung ISOCELL GN5 sensor. It has automatic multi-directional focus. With this one, you can take macros up to 3.5 centimeters. There's a dedicated color sensor here, color spectrum sensor, and a laser analysis sensor. Now the color sensor works as a temperature of the light measurement instrument. It detects tone variations, intensity variations, and the light sources on 9 spectral channels. These ones are sent to the brand new OPPO Lumia, These ones are sent to the brand new engine Lumo image engine from OPPO in order to properly reproduce the colors, and that's why we have such colors in our gallery in this autumn. Of course, I'm going to take more shots and reveal more to you as time goes by. But the thing is that Lumo and Hasselblad are doing something great here when it comes to color processing, no matter which camera you're using. On the video side of things, Find X9 Pro can film in 4K 30, 4K 60, or even 120 frames per second. In Full HD, it can go up to 240 frames per second. It has electronic stabilization, gyro EIS, HDR filming, and even 10-bit Dolby Vision is part of the package here, or even log for professional colorization. We also have a log profile compatible with ACES. ACES is ACES, Academy Color Encoding System. You know, the Academy being the one that awards the Oscars early every year. It's the same standard from the cinematographic industry. The whole system is aided by LED flash you saw before, and here are some of the options. You get slow motion, you get dual video, which is the photo camera at the front, working with the one at the back, text scanner, and this is teleconverter. You can also buy a special attachment from OPPO and use it at the back of the phone to improve your shots. We have Pro Video, long exposure, sticker, X-Pan, panorama, time-lapse, even underwater capture, and a document scanner. Now, in the Pro Video, there's a lot of things to tweak. Your resolution, this is the log. The image will look gray here, but it will actually capture a lot of data about the colors, and you can process it after the fact. Extra stabilization here with anti-shake, and HDR with Dolby Vision are part of the package as well. This is the Hasselblad high-resolution photo. You can take 200 megapixel shots. You can even take the brand new 4K motion photo. Compared to other companies out there, Samsung, Apple, I know they take moving shots, but this one takes 4K resolution moving shots. You can also take portraits using the telephoto camera and a bunch of cute filters you see here, and of course at various focal lengths. You also have a night mode with a special tripod if you want to leave it to capture the, I don't know, stars or cars zooming by. This is the regular photo mode with the option to capture things in motion with an action mode, and of course motion photos are part of the package. And finally, this is the video. There's no 8K here, but you can go up to 4K 120. Plus, Ultra Steady is available. And finally, the master. The master is basically something calibrated by Hasselblad. It will have that unique look. You can also opt for a Pro mode, do a bunch of tweaks, and you also have here a lot of things to customize. Let's not call them filters, but rather color profiles, perhaps. This one actually reminds me of what the iPhone has been doing for the past year or so. Okay, so that's pretty much it camera-wise. I'm sure there are possibly other options here worth exploring, but I think it's time to leave that to the review and go straight to the software. Now, the software. Actually, a lot has been said about this, and I think I've actually partially showed you things for it. First of all, we have a snap key on the side, which you can customize from here. These are the features you can associate to it, but honestly, I'm going to leave snap to Mindspace. This is ColorOS 16 based on Android 16, and let's see what we have here. Okay, so first things first, the interface actually reminds me a bit of iOS 18, not iOS 26. There's no glass effect and transparency here, only a bit of transparency here that reminds me of One UI 8 from Samsung. You have this special phone manager, which manages the resources of the device, both cleanup, viruses, and all that. And gamers get the special game assistant, which can tweak the resources. You can see them here. You have the performance setup here. You can actually mess around the display, the controls, the network settings, the focus settings. So quite a few things to play with if you're a gamer. You have a sidebar here. You can take screenshots, screen recording. You can also trigger applications in a window mode, make them smaller or larger, close them, minimize them, or split the screen. When it comes to AI smarts, this key here can actually either you can snap something that's on the screen. So let's say this is Iron Maiden coming to Romania next year. I press the button, I snap it, and I add it to my special Mindspace, and I can integrate it on my calendar. As you can see here, it's a suggestion to integrate in your calendar from a certain time and from a certain date. Now, I can also keep it pressed and record something audio if I want to do a quick memo of the fact I will have a flight in Barcelona on Monday. It's been added there, and then if I double press it, I can go straight to the Mindspace, and here's everything I recorded, audio memos, calendar things, images, everything is analyzed, translated, and converted. So if you have a photo, it tells you what's in it. If it sees this event, it does a summary and offers to add questions or add it to the calendar. That's the AI thing happening here. Now, AI is also present in other parts here, like we have the AI studio. You can basically take one of your selfies or a group selfie and convert it like this. You can add yourself to a famous soccer player. You can change your background and do all sorts of things. There is also AI for productivity. So if you go to the note-taking application and you go here, this is the AI part, and you have write anything, write posts, polish it, format it, proofread, do a mind map, do a summary, or change the tone. And of course, you also have circle to search. Keep this pressed, circle it, and look it up online with extra searches after the fact. If you keep this button pressed on the side, you can trigger Gemini, you can speak with it, you can also share the screen with Gemini, even cast it maybe, and even ask it questions. So you can go here, share your camera with it, and ask it questions about what you're seeing, even in your local language. Aside from that, circle to search from before can recognize songs, and it can also translate what's on the screen. There's a lot to talk about here. A lot of AI smarts have been included here, and Mindspace is just the tip of the iceberg. There's also the Lumo image engine and the AI processing, and this is a Pro XDR shot, by the way. If you're going here, you're going to see the AI editor, another part of the AI experience. You have recompose, eraser, relight, perfect shot, enhance clarity, unblur, and remove reflections. All of these can be used. You can automatically remove people if you want to, people from the shot. Just leave a main character and select remove all. And finally, as I said before, you have AI link boost, which uses the 360-degree antennas in order to properly connect you even in an elevator. So at the end of this extended unboxing, I'm going to tell you something that you're wondering. How many years of updates? So you're getting 5 years of Android updates, 5 years of security updates and 4 years of major Android updates. Honestly, the rivals are offering 7, so I expected a bit more. So yeah, that's about it. Things to remember here, it feels more like a Pro phone, and it is a Pro phone judging by the name, and you can actually benefit a lot if you know what you're doing with the master feature, and most of all, if you're using the Hasselblad technology, and also if you're using the Pro Video with log, with the colorization after the fact. That's how you get 100% out of this phone. I'm going to discover it in Barcelona, tell you more about it when I'm back, but so far it looks like a camera phone, particularly if you also get your hands on the photo kit, which you can attach to the backside. Finally, a complete phone, and I have gigantic expectations from its huge battery. I'll be back with a review very soon. Till then, goodbye.